550 performance, stage 1.5 on our CRF300L, aka the KTM Killer. Let's go ride. Hey guys, I'm Alan. You're watching the Fireman Rides. All right, guys, so I'm back at Enoree State Park. Again, my absolute favorite place to go ride. Alan, well, you go ride there all the time. It's an hour from my house. Come on, guys. And it's great trails. So this is our stage 1.5 off-road review. We've done the on-road. We took it up to the Blue Ridge Parkway. We had the Sumo set up. We got our dirt wheels back on. Actually, we got new tires too. We'll talk about those in a different video, but we got new tires as well. And we're going to take this thing off-road and we're going to see how it does at stage 1.5. And we'll talk about it on the ride. What stage 1.5 gives you if you haven't seen the on-road review. So if you see anything that you like, comment, subscribe. Let's go ride. All right, let's take off. All right, I've been riding adventure bikes all day. So getting on something like this, it weighs, 150, 200 pounds or less. It just feels weird. I should have went lighter and gotten heavier, but I didn't do that. So, all right. So again, stage 1.5. What stage 1.5 gives you is, like I said, so actually, I'll tell you what, let's start over. The 550 performance, a guy named Maverick, if you haven't followed any of my videos, so Maverick founded a company called 550 Performance, and he really kind of specialized in the 300L, and so what he's done is he's made these packages with this bike right here, and he's made an absolute incredible package for this 300L bike. Look at it, 2,000 RPM, just chugging. So the packages that we've done on this bike here, and starting from the beginning, and I'll put a link to our other videos, or to a playlist with what we're calling the KTM Killer. So first was stock improved. Stock improved was we took the stock bike and we changed out the ECU. That's it, just the ECU. Let's whip around this curve here. And again, this is our first time on this bike this year, so we're not gonna go crazy on it. And I'm out here riding by myself. So that's called stock improved. Now he has a stock improved with an 87 octane and a stock improved with a 93. We went straight to the 93. We skipped the 87, and it made a really good difference. Whee! Rode up the hill on that one. Oh, that's third gear. Third gear takeoff. Third gear takeoff, guys. Come on. And that made a good difference. Now, after that, we went to what's called stage 1. Stage 1 is a full exhaust system, which we have a Yoshimura, full exhaust on the bike. Again, we're still third gear. That's third gear. Woo. And airbox mod, which he made, Maverick makes his own airbox lid for this bike here. Stock air filter. Well, actually, we still have a stock air filter, as a matter of fact. We didn't even change the air filter out. And then a different ECU flash to account for the additional air in and the additional air out. Now, that's stage 1. Stage 1.5 is where you open up the motor. And that's what we did here. My buddies Bryce and Rich, Warfield Motor Adventures or Motor Repair or whatever. I'll add them to the video description here. And so they did the work on the bike. And if you're on the Charlotte market, call those guys up. They're awesome. Father and son team. They do it, and they have fun doing it, and they love working on motorcycles. So stage 1.5, it adds a couple things. So we added, the biggest thing is the CB300R camshafts. Okay, so it adds those to the bike, and that's the first time really opening the engine up on the bike. Stop here. All right, that's the first time, like I said, really opening up the engine. Is everything good there? Yeah, you good? How was it? Was it good? He was scared to ride a trail, so you had to give him a little bit of encouragement. Let's go do one of the big trails here, the long trail. And so that's the CB300R cams. And again, what that does is that really kind of changes the lift and the duration of the cams. Is it a huge difference? No, but it is enough, and that's really the first time the engine has been opened up. And that's where we're at now. Now, in addition to those mods there, we also did the velocity stack and the snorkel, both developed in-house by Maverick. And we added those to the bike while we're that far. I mean, you're that far into it. Might as well. You'd be crazy not to. So we like I said, we also added those. Let's do some jumps. All right. Now, the next step after that is there is a Stage 2. Stage 2 is a camshaft that's actually developed by Maverick himself. It's his own, what he calls 550 Performance Sport Cam. And now, that's really more designed for higher RPM operations. And I don't think we're going to do the Stage 2. Again, this is what this bike does right here. It does trails, and that's it. We don't do any sort of on-road riding with it. It does trails. It might see a couple back roads, but that's about it. Now, we put the sumo set up on it, yes, but we don't plan on racing it or anything, so it's one of those, I don't see Stage 2 really benefiting us. There's nobody behind us, okay. Now, the next step after Stage 2 is Stage 3. It kind of makes sense, right? So Stage 3 is really where things get interesting. And what that is, Stage 3 is a big bore kit from Ari Henning of Revzilla fame. But Ari Henning's also a pretty accomplished racer in his own right, and he's really taken to the what was the 250 motor from Honda, now the 300 motor, and there wasn't anything in the aftermarket, so he went through and he kind of developed his own line of products for that, and he's got great videos where he's talking about working with different manufacturers and this and that, and he developed a 301 big bore kit to go with that bike. Now, 301, you're like, Alan, it's a 300 already. Well, not really. It's a 286. It's a 286, and he's got it bored out to 301. And what 301, again, are there other options out there as far as big bore kits? Yes. But he found that the 301 seemed to be kind of the sweet spot when it came to the adding displacement to the bike while keeping reliability. The 301 was kind of his sweet spot. So the Stage 1.5, like I said, it's the CB300R cams. It's not a huge difference as far as the actual kind of cam profile. It is a little bit more aggressive than what came with the 300L. Now, if you want a really aggressive, you go with Maverick's Stage 2, which is the cams, like I said, the cams that he developed in-house. But again, like I said, those are more of kind of higher RPM, and I don't think that's really something that's necessarily what we're looking for. But as far as this Stage 1.5, I'd highly recommend it. The response, the throttle response is spot on. Even in third gear, like I said, looking this thing in third gear, and with a cam that's supposed to be a more performance cam than what came on the bike. Ugh. No crashes today. It performs really well down low. Get down the hill, pretty steep little downhill. All right, down to second gear. I really need to adjust my brake lever. There's also an ECU upgrade that goes with the Stage 1.5. And again, like I said, Maverick does all his flashing in-house with all his own ECUs. And you can really feel that he has got the fueling just absolutely dialed in. And again, even lugging this thing, again, we're at 2,500, 3,000 RPM going up a hill with a quote-unquote sport cam. No, that's about the extent of it right there. Can't lug it down but so far. But the down low fueling is great. You rev it out. The fueling is great. I mean, stuff like that. I mean, Maverick's got his stuff just absolutely dialed in. And I would highly, highly recommend, if you've got one of these bikes, call him up. Now again, and if you haven't watched our series, first off, where the hell have you been? But number two, what we're trying to do with this bike is we're trying to build this bike here. We have a straightaway right here. We're trying to build this bike, which is a 2022 CRF300L, and we're trying to build it to match the 2025 KTM 390 Enduro R. Which now, again, that was kind of the best bike in the category, or the biggest, highest horsepower bike in the category. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to match, not necessarily horsepower for horsepower, but power to weight ratio. The one thing about that bike is it weighs a lot more than what this bike here does. So what we're trying to do is, like I said, we're not trying to match the 390 Enduro R horsepower for horsepower. I don't think we're ever going to get there. That engine's it's a full 100 cc's more than what this one is. But what we are trying to do is we're trying to match the power to weight ratio that the 390 puts down to this one here. The 390, it makes more horsepower, but it also weighs a lot more too. And so what we're doing is, like I said, we'll have another video where we kind of look at the charts and we kind of talk about it. So looking at power to weight ratio, the Stage 1.5 gets us closer. We're really going to need to get to the Stage 3, the big bore, before we really start matching what that bike has to offer. And again, it's the power to weight ratio, but then it's also the riding experience. This bike is an absolute hoot to ride. The 390 is fun to ride. Once they're close as far as the power to weight ratio, which one's going to be a more fun bike to ride and to take on trails and to live with on a daily basis? Oh yes, sir. This thing is a hoot. Again, I'm surprised the third gear. I'm really surprised as to how good the third gear roll-on is on this bike. How this bike is set up now, if you want to just kind of cruise, third gear's your jam. If you want to be aggressive, drop it into second gear and ride the piss out of this thing. I kind of honestly like the third gear, what third gear gives us. It's not on edge. It still responds to, clutch in. I'm actually really surprised how good third gear's doing. And what's great about the Stage 1.5 is that it's Honda parts. Those camshafts, you can buy those camshafts for $100 with a Honda part number from any Honda dealer in the country and install those yourself. And they fit right in. Like I said, it's the same engine, just different camshafts. So it's a super easy mod. Does it take some breakdown to get them out? Yeah, it does. But while you're in there, if you're that far, you might as well do your airbox mods and your velocity stack and everything else. And I purposely kind of waited on those two mods until we actually got into the engine, because there's no point in breaking it down that far just to do. Let's try the low speed right here. Second gear. Look at second gear. Look at second gear. Ooh. Just chugs. My gosh, that thing just chugs. All right, guys, that's going to wrap this up. This is a simple, quick little video. Just kind of talking about the Stage 1.5 mods from 550 Performance on our Honda CRF300L, what we're calling the KTM Killer. So Stage 1.5, it's a CB300R cams. It's a velocity stack about came off the seat there. It's a velocity stack and snorkel from 550 Performance. It's the airbox lid from 550 Performance. And it is a custom tune ECU, again, courtesy of 550 Performance. Those things in addition to a full Yoshimura exhaust, and that gives you this bike right here, which, while not matching the 390 Enduro R yet, I would say this is better than any KLX 300 that you're going to find. And as far as value and fun per dollar, you can't beat this setup right here. You really can't. If you're looking for a dual sport, a street legal dual sport that you can ride on trails pretty aggressively, but then also ride it to work on Monday, you can't beat this setup right here. Now again, I've got two setups. I've got this and I've got the Sumo setup. So this bike to me is a true dual sport. I can throw the Sumo setup on this bike in less than 5 minutes, and I can have an absolute blast hooning around back roads, Blue Ridge Parkway, whatever it is. 5 minutes later, put the dirt setup on, and that's it. And take this bike onto the trails and ride some pretty aggressive trails and ride pretty aggressively. And that's the idea. Are there other setups available that makes the bike a little less rideable? Yeah, but this is a perfect setup here. The only other thing this bike needs now is the Stage 3 big bore kit from Enoree Henning, and this would be an incredible package for not a lot of money. Do a couple suspension mods too, and man, you have got a bike that hits way above its price category. But what's fun about it is that you can ride this bike in a stock configuration. And if you want to do the mods as you go, save up a little bit of money, and do the mods as you go, you can do that. You don't have to do everything at one time. And the bike is going to reward you at every single step along the way. And it's kind of like my son. He just discovered Gran Turismo 7, I think. And I was like, man, the best part is to run it stock and then start slowly adding parts and see how it improves. That's what you can do with this bike right here. Nothing says you got to do everything all at one time. Ride it stock a little bit and then start making improvements, and that really gives you an appreciation for where your money is going, as opposed to just kind of dumping everything into it all at one time. So again, like I said, simple video, a little bit of a rant. Thank you guys for watching. If you see anything that you like, comment, subscribe. Subscriptions are the ultimate compliment. We're doing a lot of stuff in a lot of different places, doing a lot of motorcycle reviews, but dual sport riding like this is still my absolute #1 jam. And I love doing it. I'm by myself today, but I love riding with a group and really enjoy getting out on the trails, being in nature, and hooning around a little bit. There we go. So thank you guys for watching. God bless. Roll Tide. And remember, tomorrow needs you. See you guys.